feel like there's something I forgot to do. I tidied the courtyard, put the tea on. It's probably just my mind playing tricks on me.
Don't get too close! Cool it! Don't get frostbite!
Nice and spicy. Eat this!
Oh, so sorry. I got you covered! Here's backup! Freeze! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite! Cool it! What's the hurry? Oh, so sorry. You don't want to do this. Don't get frostbite. Dodge this. Get moving. As one with wind and cloud. Wind strike. Clouds high. The birds call.
Let's get down to business. Finally, No. I'll keep this close.
Since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since then. Yeah, we've definitely made some So, where should we go? Huh? What's up? Doesn't want to talk, huh? All right, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all? Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right... No, wait! Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kas? He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision. That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here waving that weird Well, one thing's for sure. No, right? Paimon has a feeling, though. Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go fight Kazuha right away and... Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean the... Yeah, maybe a little. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
One, two, breathe, 3, 4, and,
Ma-da-da-da-da. Let's see.
I should really make a decision.
Ores and jewelry from
Hey! Hello?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after... Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only... If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even...
Oh, so you still...
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes... He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryou Commission. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable. Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit.
All right, then. I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
Headquarters of the Tenryou Commission. Commoners are forbidden from entry. The defense is on the left side of the tower needs to be seen. Glory to the Shogun and her everlasting reign. Still too young. Right over there.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on... Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaedahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaedahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the shogun directly, responsible for upholding but there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaedahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaedahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaedahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be... In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigation.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position... However, would I be correct to assume that this
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the Almighty Shogun's blessing.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind... Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaedahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost...
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, also that
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion...
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very but perhaps if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this
is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please, in fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then.
Yikes! We nearly forgot.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No. This puzzles me as much. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle.
All the more reason to watch your back!
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive.
In that case, I will send some men out.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter. I will first join the traveler in investigating the one who attacked him.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town. Let's see what Ryuji... A quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him?
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaedahara.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and...
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Mr. Kaedahara is currently the talk of the town, so there are always a lot of people looking. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were...
Millions? Of mora?
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for...
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make... Sorry, I got a little... But I wouldn't know where to begin if we...
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been a... The Tenryou Commission had very few leads, and I thought...
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault.
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble else. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to... I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured. For the poor victim, this would be a...
Don't worry, we'll find find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly...
You flatter me.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like...
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from... One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai...
Amenoma! Now there's a...
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of... 2 grown men going missing at the same time. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are...
Understood. Though it seems highly unlikely to me.
Sure! Can't hurt! We never...
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start...
Sounds good. All the...
Welcome to Bonton's limited exhibition. What do you have to sell?
Ah, if it isn't...
Huh?
Yes. The Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the collective term for the 5... The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, as an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe...
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony, for only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but in Ishin blade, you are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided, but let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on you. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this...
Ah, yes. My nephew. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him, but I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance, too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato. After that, the next thing Yes. Strange, isn't it?
Do you have any...
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. He's never been particularly interested in blade forging. But he is extraordinarily talented in...
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya...
What? No. Absolutely impossible. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the
Is that...
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, But, with that said, I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of. Anyway, should you find him, please...
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the 2 men met. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato house.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what My husband has gone missing, and I'm still...
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation.
I see. I thought... I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information. With this in mind, can we perhaps...
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be...
That's a long story. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but everything was fine when we first got married.
Uh-oh! What happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. But he wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to... On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his...
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes... You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have... And I also don't know if he had actually... The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire.
I see. Ame-no-ma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato.
At first, I assumed they must have got... But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries.
Maybe he was feeling...
I don't know. He just Perhaps he's too afraid to come home, now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire. Even though I'm still a little mad. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf...
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for... But the information we gathered from the other side suggests Ame-no-ma Yuya is all...
A little confusing. More like...
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
An interesting explanation. I was also considering... Ame-no-ma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some... Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake, or a well-known stolen item. They thought a fire would destroy everything. But then the Tenryou Commission began investigating, but it's a far-fetched theory. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Ame-no-ma Yuya is polite and well... Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could... Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two. Ame-no-ma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principal...
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to...
Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be...
Okay, but...
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse. There's still a chance we may be... Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in a...
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direct... It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious... We should remain vigilant. And...
Huh. So it's an under...
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left. Judging from the concentration, I would...
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it... But most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an...
So what should we do now?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look in. If we don't open this door, we can move no... You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively...
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was so sure that...
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energies source. Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much... Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's quiet your mind and focus on what you sense around you. Perhaps you, too, will perceive... From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here. Quite possible.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
protect us.
Windblade!
protect us. Let the show be... Let's dance.
Yeah!
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Reward on the road.
Oh, how exciting! I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. Do this!
Yeah!
Would you care to... If you ever... Let the show be...
Oh, look who it is. To what do I owe the honor? not bad. So yeah, I think I'm gonna... My home's located somewhere. Seeing isn't always believing. Bingo. If you live far enough out... Not to mention that if you live in a packed and... That said, you wouldn't...
Switchblade!
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look. the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. Well, let's take a look. According to this letter, a conflict arose because Ame no Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight.
So?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point. Yes, right now, if Ame no Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the... For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest is all the clues that at first seemed disparate, and I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct...
Wait! You figured it out?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish... On with the search. We must stay vigilant.
I'll protect us!
He seems to have stayed...
Why here? Is there anything...
I'm not sure. But on closer examination... Show yourself!
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So what's your problem, huh? What could you...
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is but what if instead of facing Ame no Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his...
Now that you mention it, it is... Whoa! Shh!
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within... The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. Or rather, as a means to occupy.
You're sharper than I thought. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the East as a descendant of the Kaedehara.
I presume it has something to do with the ride.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectation. He was a bladesmith of great renown, and sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me that, in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the...
So... sword?
The people of the time in which I was born never... After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya. I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power.
So Ameno, tell me, what happens to those you've...
My hosts? Who cares what happened when they got tired or injured?
You're awful!
After I returned to Ina, at long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. Kaedehara Kazuha, now. We shall rewrite history! We shall rewrite history! Submit to me!
Twin blade! Twin strike!
Submit to me!
As one with
Join
wind and
me
cloud!
and sever that divine light! Do not stand in my way, or I will...
Your bluff's fooling no one.
Lost. I can never lose. Even if you defeat me here, the one he is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. I will end this and even if I were to lose my physical by any means necessary, and end...
Your fighting style. It is in... But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance.
Really? You can tell.
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, if you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate...
Are you trying to claim that I am help? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of East. In that regard, why would I...
Because all of that is in the... I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed... Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that...
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did...
What?
Well, that brings me to my second point. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. But I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, but the way I see it, what began as...
What would you know about any of this?
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have... Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey, how could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act...
Silence, you blabber! I must achieve my goal. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my...
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality... I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection. It is pointless to argue further, descendant.
How stubbornly you stick to... I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your...
What? Surely you're not playing...
Very well. Then find yourself some... Once we have dealt with them.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose...
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense the power of the Tatarigami lies in intensive...
But...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. Now...
Kazuha?
I felt a little dizzy at first. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next? Have you got...
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade, if he wants to avoid reality, then we need...
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about some... Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by
all right.
What about Amenoma...
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently.
Are we sure this is a good idea? Yeah, okay, fine. Let the show begin.
I shall protect the lady of the clan. I shall protect the lady of the clan. I shall protect the lady of the clan.
I'll protect us.
I shall protect the lady of the clan. I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Let's dance.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Let's get down to business. There's more!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not...
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying... Let's keep going. Time to go. Let's get down to business.
Today.
Clouds high. The birds come.
The very
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting...
But what would that do?
I will be careful with it. He also says he's...
Fall before me!
It's fine.
I'm ready, you win! This battle.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really...
Yes.
The shine's grown a bit dimmer again.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking... Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a...
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even... Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinate. The only one who truly understood you.
Huh? What's the...
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help this time.
Don't worry. It's just more.
Let me try my
That hurts. How's this? To the very...
Wing strike.
You fought way better with your own...
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in... No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony...
But in this too, you have...
Indeed. No matter how hard I try, too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without... Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no...
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my... Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but this blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Skill, blade, determination, and design. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of...
I sensed it, but...
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. I feel a great sense of regret for you. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person... You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I possibly... I said to him, do not... How could I go back?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing...
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things. When I touched the hilt for the first time, a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, he spent the rest of his life in the forge. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to it, so he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliant.
So that's the... But after that, the blacksmith's intent...
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities. But... yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, he seems to have calmed down, though.
When I look back at the past, I once told him that I would pay any price but darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his...
You are finally seeing reality.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill...
Hey! Now you're adding yours...
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. My physical form, as well as the knowledge...
His attitude... What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, alas, after that, nor have I ever had the chance. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. You are a fine warrior.
Oh?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. He must have plenty of reason.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him.
I see. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement, if a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere...
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your...
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't... In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for...
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Still, even if you... Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. Successor of
Successor of Ameno.
Honored to cross.
It is my...
The wind knows me.
Wind Strider! As one with wind and cloud! Wind Strider!
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in his sense of savage cruel.
You also fought well. There are a few things that
I must apologize to you for...
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right... It is too late.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see... I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the East... I beseech you.
Yes. I too trust Mr...
Thank you, successor.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there to...
What does he want to...
I'm not sure, but...
It's Yuya!
I'm sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishi... But I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the...
Really?
Yes. Badly wounded, and now that Yuya is back...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade...
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me.
What? No, what?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. I have decided...
You... But...
Thank you. I will Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its right to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. his consciousness will disappear.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own. Only in the final...
Seems like he really...
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motive. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling after everything I've seen. Perhaps these pursuits... I will continue to support you from this point on.
Wait! Shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. And it's also time to give...
You've returned. I hear that the Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanoma Yuya should conclude.
Wow, you should...
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long... By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the...
I see.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths. So, were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya.
You misunderstand. That was...
I am aware, but I still desire to
Very well. I can understand. Then however, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the...
Great.
Where will you travel to next?
I'll probably... As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Bye.